Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Wonderfully Made. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I really appreciate it. Today I have for you a quick review and demo of this new Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow palette. It is called Modern Renaissance, and it is actually Anastasia Beverly Hills' first permanent eyeshadow palette. So I wanted to get on here real quickly and review it for you guys, give you my initial thoughts about this eyeshadow palette. And I also used this eyeshadow palette to create this look that I am wearing today. So there will be a demo slash tutorial at the end of this video. So this is what the palette looks like when you take it out of the box. I love this color. It's a really pretty mauve shade. I love pink. What can I say? So the packaging comes in this mauvish pink suede like velvet material. It's very pretty. I really like it. It reminds me of the eyeshadow palette from It Cosmetics. Hold on. It reminds me of the Naturally Pretty eyeshadow palette by It Cosmetics, and this is what it looks like. And that is it next to the Modern Renaissance palette. The one by It Cosmetics, of course you can see that the color is definitely different, but the material is similar. And with this eyeshadow palette, I had the hardest time, or I have the hardest time keeping it clean. So I have a feeling that I may run into the same predicament with this eyeshadow palette, but I think I'm going to keep the box for this one. I should have kept the box for the other one, but absolutely love the packaging. Now the name of this eyeshadow palette, if I didn't already say it, is Modern Renaissance, and it is going to be part of Anastasia Beverly Hills permanent line. So you don't have to rush out and get it because it's going to be available. So I'm really excited about that. I have most of the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow palettes, and I love all the ones that I have. So I was really excited about this one. This is what the eyeshadows look like. It comes with a nice mirror, and I like the fact that it does have a magnetic closure. But again, this is what the colors look like. It came with a duo-ended eyeshadow brush, and I did use this brush for this look today along with some other brushes, but I actually like Anastasia Beverly Hills duo-ended brushes. There's usually one in all of their eyeshadow palettes, and so far all of them have been a hit in my opinion. This one, on one end you have the blending brush, which is soft and dense at the same time, and the other side is an eyeshader brush. You can use it to pack eyeshadow onto your lid. You can use it to you know, build a cut crease or something like that. You can use it to define your outer V area. So this is a very nice eyeshadow brush. Now the eyeshadow palette came with 14 eyeshadows in it, and the colors are very warm toned colors, and that is right up my alley. So I actually love the colors in this eyeshadow palette. Now it's my understanding that if this eyeshadow palette does well enough, that they may eventually come out with an eyeshadow palette that has more cool toned colors in it. But for now they're starting with this warm toned eyeshadow palette, and I love it. Now of the 14 shades in this eyeshadow palette, 11 of them are matte and 3 of them have a satin or a shimmery finish. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch the top row for you. This first shade is called Tempera. This one is called Golden Ochre. So this is Vermeer, and this has a satin finish. The next shade is called Buon Fresco. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but this one isn't swatching very well, so let me see if I can get a little more. That's what that shade looks like. This one is called Antique Bronze. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's Antique Bronze. Next is Love Letter, and that's Love Letter. And then Cypress Umber. Now this is Vermeer and Antique Bronze. Those two have a shimmery or satin finish to them. And that's the first row. So now I'm going to swatch the eyeshadows in the bottom row. So these are the shades on the bottom row. Again, you have Raw Sienna, Burnt Orange, Primavera, which is a satin shade, Red Ochre, Venetian Red, Warm Taupe, and Real Gar. So my initial impression of this eyeshadow palette is that I love it. I love the colors in this eyeshadow palette. These colors are unique to my eyeshadow collection. I don't have very many eyeshadows that you know, have these deeper reddish tones to it, so I really like it. I think it's a great addition to my collection. Now the eyeshadows are a bit powdery, but they blend very well and they are very pigmented. Sometimes when you have really pigmented eyeshadows, they tend to have, you know, a bit of fallout and be a bit powdery, and I think that is the case with this eyeshadow palette. But I mean, this is just gonna have to be one of those eyeshadow palettes that I use before I put my foundation on, which I did not do today, but you will see that in the demo. In my opinion, this is a good purchase. This eyeshadow palette was, I believe, $42, and in my opinion, it's worth the $42. The eyeshadows are beautiful, and you know, they're good quality eyeshadows. And of course, what makes this eyeshadow palette extra appealing to me is the fact that it is part of Anastasia Beverly Hills permanent line. Because you know, you buy a product and you fall in love with it and you run out and you want to replace it, but you can't. So you know, I'm growing a little bit weary of all of the limited edition eyeshadow palettes, even though I rush out and get them every time they come out. Well, most every time, not every time, but anyway, you know what I mean. I like knowing that if I fall in love with the product, I can use it up and replace it. So they get an A+ for that, because so far all of their eyeshadow palettes have been limited edition. So I'm glad that they finally came out with something that they can keep in rotation. So anyway, I love this palette. I would certainly recommend that if you like warm toned eyeshadows and if you like matte eyeshadows, then you might want to consider getting this. I like it. I'm happy with my purchase. Yeah, so overall this eyeshadow palette was a hit for me. So thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I really appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to my channel, I would ask that you would hit that subscribe button and subscribe to my channel so that you can keep up with what I have going on here. I would love to have you part of my YouTube family that I'm trying to create here. To those of you who are already subscribed to my channel, thank you for coming back. I appreciate your support. And if you guys want to see how I created this look, stay tuned for the tutorial because it is coming up right now. But before we get to that, I do want to remind you, as always, that you are fearfully and wonderfully made by God, and He loves you. Stay tuned for the tutorial, and I'll see you in the next video.